Well, howdy, nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, another brand new day. Unfortunately, no hamsters. My hamsters are all sleeping. It is 7:15 a.m. I woke up very early, flip-flopped until finally it was close to 6 o'clock. Got up, so yay, I'm really tired. My hamsters are all sleeping right now. Little Gojira is asleep in her mason jar. Little Dr. Snurf, he was hermit crabbing underneath his little cardboard box, but he's asleep now too, so everyone's asleep. No hamsters, just all the stuffed hamsters on the shelves behind me to look at, so I'm sorry that I don't have any real hamsters. But such is life. I mean, they need to sleep too. And, unfortunately, yesterday I started feeling my sliding into another trough of depression. I have suffered from cyclical depression my entire life. I was only finally diagnosed while I was in the Air Force, age 22, Homestead Air Force Base. They asked me, when I finally went into the mental health place, they said, what you need to do is chart your mood. You know, there was just a high, normal, low thing, and then for 2 weeks I charted that. Actually, it was longer than that. I did it for a full month, and I noticed that I had a 2-week cycle. I spent 2 weeks thud down in a trough, and then I spent 2 weeks back up at normal, and then 2 weeks back down in the trough, and then 2 weeks back up. So it'd take a day or two to fall, and then a day or two to climb back up, and then a day or two to fall, and then I just went like this. And so I've been medicated on and off my whole life, but my mood has done this every 2 weeks. Now, being medicated has sometimes turned it like this, so it's, hard to feel the movement. Sometimes it's just been wham, 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 out of control.
My favorite bar is down the road. I'm gonna drink you pretty, you beautiful toad.
The past 2 years, it has not been normal. It has been some days it'll be down, and then the next day it's up, and then the next day it goes down and then comes up, and it hasn't had a schedule so much these past year and some, and it's been disturbing. But I can still feel when I'm sliding into it, and yesterday afternoon I could feel myself sliding down the trough, and now I'm in the trough, and I can tell because just about everything I think about has a really, really negative feel to it. Like, one thing I was thinking of last night is I am simply eating too much. I can tell I am eating too much because I am not losing weight. Because I had food last night, but I ran out of cat food. Somebody said they had bought cat food off my Amazon wish list. Nothing has showed up. And so we have a big problem here. When people send stuff to my post office box, sometimes it just doesn't show up. I've showed up down at the post office to pick up one thing, and then they've just come up and said, oh yeah, this was for you. It was on the shelf back there, but nobody put a note in your box. So how much stuff has showed up, sat back there waiting for me to pick it up, but they didn't tell me it was there, and then it got sent back. How much stuff has just not made it there? I don't know, because I have had people and places tell me this was sent back as undeliverable. And it's like, well, I have no idea why. I get all my mail there. And then stuff that shows up at houses, if you're not immediately outside to grab it, we have a huge meth and heroin problem in Shelton. And we have tweakers that go through on lines and they steal packages from people's houses. So if you're not almost immediately there to grab it as it shows up, odds aren't good. I'm on the second floor of the house on the back. The stuff shows up randomly any time from 9 o'clock until 6 o'clock. So if I'm not down there and it shows up, and my housemates aren't down there when it shows up, but who knows when it'll show up, so I don't know. It's very disturbing and bothersome, and I really hate the fact that the stuff at my post office box is just, who knows? Who knows, literally, if stuff is even showing up. So, I've no idea if someone just said they were buying cat food and they didn't, or if the post office just decided, I don't think we're going to deliver it, Or if they did deliver it and a tweaker picked it up to try and sell, found out it was cat food, and then just pitched it into a bush somewhere. I don't know. But my cat has gone from being fed 3 times a day to once, and I've got 2 more days of cat food at 1 cat food can per day, and then don't have any cat food at all. And for me, I ate the last of my sandwiches, but I still have frozen burritos. But as I said, I'm eating too much, and I can tell because I don't get violent stabbing hunger pains, like someone's driving a rusty dagger into my gut, right up here where my stomach is. Back when my anorexia was really out of control, it would feel like I had a rusty dagger just digging in my gut. And that was an okay feeling because it meant that I was hungry, and that was good. Because even though I've been going to therapy, excuse me, I still have decades of self-loathing I'm trying to deal with. And right now, even now, I fight mildly at this moment against anorexia and self-loathing because it's like I don't like eating. I don't like having to eat. I don't like being biological. If I could stop eating, I would be happy. So I don't like eating. And one of the things that happens is I have been able to eat. So I haven't lost weight and I haven't had gnawing hunger pains. So that means I'm eating too much, especially since I cannot feed my cat right now. So next month I'm going to get because potatoes are nutritionally complete, I'm going to get a bag of potatoes and then just eat a potato a day, and that'll be it. Because then I'll be able to make sure I have food for my cat, and I'll be able to make sure I have cannabis, and if I eat a potato a day, that should be enough. I mean, if I lose weight, then that's what I've got to do, but my cat will be able to eat, and my hamsters will be able to eat, and hopefully I'll be able to have cannabis. So if I can just spend $15 on 2 bags of potatoes and some salsa and butter-like material, and then that's it for the month. If I can even afford that. I have no idea how much money I'm going to have next month. I mean, so far I've made almost $40 in May off YouTube. So, as stated before and stated again, I'm not in this for the money. There is no money for people like me in YouTube. I mean, yeah, I've got a really wonderful subscriber count, but nobody watches. I mean, if I break 400 views on a video, that's big. That's big. That's terrible with my subscriber count. As many channels have showed off and talked about all these various things. If you don't get half as many views as you have subscribers, then you don't really have a channel. I have a very small core of people that watch and nothing else. So this isn't being done for money. And it's like, I don't know what to do to make money. And smaller people like me, I'm not one of these people like RT Games or Gray Still Plays or all that, where he just went from making Team Fortress 2 videos to making a variety of game videos, and now he gets hundreds of thousands and millions of views, and took him a year to do it, and I'm coming up on 5, and if I break 400 views, boy am I doing good. So yeah, depression largely. So I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing while I'm trying to think of other things to do. I mean, I'd like to podcast, but I would just be like, I don't know anybody, so I'd be like podcasting on my own, and nobody watches what I do now, so who listened to that? So I don't know. I honestly, because of my depression and because of my desperation and all that, as I have said, never make a decision that you can't walk away from when you're not thinking clearly. And right now, because of my desperation over my situation, because I don't want to become homeless, and especially sliding into the trough of my depression right now, I can't see a way to make money doing this sort of thing. I'm just all by my little lonesome, and I can't see it. And I'd love to. I don't want to, get rich. I don't want to do anything but just make enough money that I'm not going to go homeless. And it's not working. I mean, thank you, thank you, thank you. Each one of my Patreon.com patrons. Because of you, I am able to pay my rent so far. I mean, I am so negative right now on my checking account. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pay my rent. Even with my Patreon.com patrons. So, yay. If you could help out there, it would be wonderful. Again, I do not feel obligated. Of course I don't feel obligated. I don't feel entitled. Please don't feel obligated. But if you can help, that would be nice. I really don't want to become homeless. I don't want to go dark, because if I lose my house, I lose my internet connection. And I don't have a cell phone, so I go dark. I vanish. And then who knows when I'd ever be able to come back. I don't want to go dark. I don't want to go live on the street. Especially with my sleep apnea. I won't live long. So, yay. But yeah, depression is fun. So that's largely what I'm dealing with today. And I wanted to talk about and how it colors everything. Because right now my despair over my monetary situation is so bad. I don't see any hope or any silver linings. I see nothing but despair and death. And that's not necessarily true. I mean, the odds of my making enough money off of my YouTube stuff to do anything to save me is, I've probably got a bigger chance of being struck by lightning. But as long as you can help me tread water like you're doing, that's a good thing, even though I'm slowly sinking as I get more and more exhausted. So yay! But I'm trying really, really hard not to succumb to depression. I know a large part of what I'm feeling is just the depression. So you never make a decision you cannot walk away from while you are not thinking clearly. And I know that I am not going to be able to think clearly because of my desperation and depression. So no fear, I'm not going to do anything stupid. I do occasionally have the words that I tell other people sink into my own skull. But as even my therapist has told me, and that's why another phrase, nurses and doctors make the worst patients. That's why therapists need help on this too. That's why everybody needs help. Just because you are on, let's say, this side of the desk in the patient-doctor relationship doesn't mean you don't need help too. So I occasionally let the things sink in to help me too. Not very often. I'm a caregiver, and caregivers, as stated, we're the worst patients. We don't take care of ourselves. I still consider myself a caregiver, even though a lot of my care is just over text with people because I can't do anything physical anymore. But I still try, and I still consider myself a caregiver. Like saying things like being as positive as possible is vital for your mental health. It's true. You may be at the bottom of a trough. I'm on my way there still. But you got to be as positive as possible. Realize that your situation is not actual. Most of the stuff is just from here, and it's coloring how you see the world. And just never make a decision you cannot walk away from while you are not thinking clearly. I'm stressing that one a lot because I'm also trying to make that one sink in very, very thick, deep, and strong. I do not want to do anything stupid while I'm depressed. Because I've thought of it. I've thought of doing stupid stuff while depressed, but I've always been right there, standing behind myself with a short, what do they call those things? It's the kosh, but is it blackjack? Where you whack, smack them on the head, just like knock it off. Of course, not so hard you knock someone out, because that's a bad idea. well, we'll go into that on another day. It's just if you knock somebody out, you hit someone in the head so hard they get knocked out, you're usually causing some form of brain damage or concussion, so they're not just going to get up and go, wow, what happened? It's like, wow, I can't think, and what's today? And oh my God, it's like I've got a spike in my head. So yeah. Anyway, though, I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. And even though I use a range of 20 to 25 because I count American Sign Language, I knew I could do it on the fingers of this hand. With my depression and more, I just get confused. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. We're just not good at that. And let's see, I did the range of 20 to 25. I'm mispronouncing that. What's the other one? Oh yeah, I'm not reading the comments right now. I am so tired. I am so tired just because I can't sleep. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm going to read them afterward. Thumbs up each one I do. Try to answer as many as I can for right now. Just thank you for having left a comment. Thumbs up on that. So now, let me call up my Chrome, which is where I do this thing. Kelvin Aronson, thank you very, very much. And Kill Ziffy, greatly appreciated. Double X, Simp X Plea _ Emma double X, thank you very, very much. Ugly Joseph, thumbs up and thank you. Mahalyo Stoshik, oh, I'm nowhere close, but thank you very, very much. And Kira Lemongrab, good to see you in the comments. Pandora NYC, thumbs up and thank you. And Kathy Kitscat, greatly appreciated. Emmanuel Oyu, I'm nowhere close, but thank you very, very much. One and Only, thumbs up and thank you. Sebastian Ferris, good to see you in the comments, always, thank you. Red Fox _Q, greatly appreciated. Z3 Husky, thumbs up and thank you. Sleep 9, cool name. Adrian Bryan, thumbs up and thank you. Clifford Joe Ramirez, greatly appreciated. R. DeVries, greatly appreciated. Axilles Hector, I'm nowhere close, but thank you very, very much. Chris with an apostrophe, greatly appreciated. Adrian Bryan, thumbs up and thank you. And then we have Wild Boy 5699, greatly appreciated. Ben Shapiro. I like the comment, but it's like, I trust that's Ben Shapiro the same way I trust Hitler with a period is actually Hitler. And then we have X Sopophoric, thumbs up and thank you. F+38, greatly appreciated. And last but not least, Tomi Kako Tradiciones Musicales. Greatly appreciated. Each and every one of you, you get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people, and especially when you're depressed like I am, it is a very good thing. If I don't get it, if I don't talk to people, if I'm alone for too long, I begin to hear my thoughts echoing off the walls. So getting other people into my echo chamber is a really good thing. Thank you. If you are depressed and need to be around people, you need to get broken out of your echo chamber. It helps. It's painful. It's unpleasant. It's necessary. If you can check out my various links, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, NearlySeniorCitizen.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. But if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence, a definite thumbs up. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be cool, greatly appreciated. I would understand if you did not wish to, but if you are down with it, I will do my very best to keep you entertained from now until the literal end of time, which will hopefully be a long time from now. Well, good golly, Miss Molly, I have this video that you're watching as we speak. I hope, at least I hope somebody's watching it. If I'm lucky, I might break 200 views out of 181,000 subscribers. That's a lot of people that watch, isn't it? And I've got another video that I have to edit and render. Another one I'm going to record, edit, and render. I still got those two walkies videos. I got to get up to the construction zone and get the recording done. So I got a lot of stuff that I do want to get done. I just got to get it done. But with depression, fibromyalgia, and chronic pain from my back injuries and more, it's hard to be able to get things done. It's hard to do things. It's hard to live, but I don't want to die yet. I mean, I'm going to die. I'm going to kick off. We all do, but I don't want to kick off yet. So, well, you take care. Excuse me. You take care, And yes, people still call this like he's giving a satanic hand symbol. It's I love you. American Sign Language. Put it together. It means I love you. There's nothing satanic about that. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing. Oh, son of a gun. How about that? 20 minutes?